Did you know that leaves, twigs, and even mud can become tools to tap into your creative potential?
Kaitlyn Edington is here to share how nature can double as your art materials, which is great, girlfriend, because I never have art materials ready.
Literally, I mean, I brought
Right
markers,
here.
but you don't even really
we have
need them.
those. Okay.
So the main gist of this entire project is we are going to reframe for kids the idea of like you can be creative anywhere and just like noticing things and being aware of your surroundings. And also, sometimes I notice with my own kids, when we say, we want to go, like, do you guys want to go hiking? They're like, oh. But if we say, do you guys want to go on a scavenger hunt?
Oh, yeah.
Like, totally rebranding it, they're more willing to want to do it.
I'm more willing
Yep.
to do it.
So what do you have here? This is just for us to take a look at.
Yes, so here are, I'm going to give you 3 different projects you can do when you're going on that scavenger hunt. So this is a little nature crown is what we're calling it. So basically it's just cardboard. These are Amazon boxes that I cut up, did little slits in them there. My daughter decorated the front. And then when we went on a walk or a hike, we just collected different flowers and twigs and things in there. And then we added also some flowers that we made these months ago. Yeah, so it doesn't have to necessarily be all nature inspired.
You know, it reminds me so much. Have you seen the videos where people put tape upside down on the wrist and then you can collect and put it on your wrist?
So
right?
I had another one, same thing. You could do this basic crown band and then just put backwards tape on it and they can just find it, stick it. Perfect.
Yeah.
Another option is we've been doing a lot of like rock painting this year. This is not a new concept, but I'm telling you, like, let's go find the perfect rock and then we take it home and it doubles as like an additional activity. Throw Google eyes on anything and kids will sit there forever. Yep. And then the last thing that we are going to talk about and we're going to do today is this kind of doubled of like a drawing of a person, self-portrait, and then giving a flower crown. It doesn't have to be a flower crown. It could be literally, I drew a doggy here and made like flowers on a collar. And then I even made this one for my son. This, when you fill it in, will be a beard. So if you have them drawn, they're way into it when they draw it themselves. So
fun.
I am going to challenge you ladies today. We're going to actually draw. We've never drawn on Talk Pittsburgh, but I have a really simple self-portrait guide, and I'm going to talk you through the steps. So when we draw a simple person, we're going to start with a U for the head. And I always like to, when I'm doing this to kids, like tell them like as wide as your hand kind of thing, so they don't draw super teeny tiny. We're going to put a neck in here and some shoulders.
I love how you say we're going to actually draw,
well,
even
listen,
though you gave us this beautiful... You're an angel.
Starting point.
I'm just trying to make it a little easier. So it's nice and big now. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and do the facial features. Actually, Kelly, there are some like hidden little examples there. So this is how I teach my kiddos how to do it. Like keep it really, really simple. So for the eyes, I like to do either a rainbow or a smile, kind of like you're just, you know, happy. You can throw in some lashes there. Halfway down, we're gonna do a U for the nose. I know I'm going fast. And then you can do any kind of mouth that you want to. I'm just gonna do a simple smile, maybe throw in some lips there. And of course, gotta put in some eyebrows. My daughter fights me on eyebrows.
No way.
She's like, I just don't want eyebrows. I'm like,
we know the importance of them.
Yeah. So then what you're going to do, once you do your simple drawing, I've done this part for you. You can use a pencil, you can use a push pin. You are just going to kind of push little holes through the cardboard, lift it up a little bit. And this is going to be where we're going to do our little scavenger hunt of little beautiful...
Whatever you have.
Yeah, exactly.
That was cathartic, what we just did.
Oh, I'm telling you. And so then you can take these little drawings out next time you go into the woods or a park and ask them to kind of find really beautiful things that they can put in for their flower crown. It does help you if you kind of rip the stems a little bit shorter, and then you can kind of like almost pull it through the back to make it a little bit tighter.
Oh my God, my daughter would do this for hours on end. And you're right, it gives the walk a little bit of purpose.
Yes, 100%.
Because not every kid just wants to go wander in the nature.
Right. Yeah, and also it doesn't have to be a person. Like I think it would be really fun if you had them draw like a monster, and then decide where they want to add like the embellishments, and then you can poke there, and maybe it's like, you know, a hairy chest or like hairy like legs or something that are the flowers.
Sure.
And you can kind of keep building it. But we've had so much fun doing these little nature scavenger hunts, and it doesn't even have to be a picture. Actually, if you wanted to, as a parent, you could prep your cardboard and just do things like find something brown, find something yellow,
Right.
you know, find something that has a bumpy texture, and you can kind of write those down and poke some holes, and then they can be, you know, finding things, and it just helps kids be so much more
creative.
aware too of like. Sometimes we're like, oh guys, look around, isn't it beautiful? And
like,
we're
what are we looking at,
yeah,
Mom?
okay. But when they're really like pausing and slowing down and really looking at like how much beauty is around them, it's amazing the things that they can gather to kind of collect. And again, yeah, you could do that little like backwards tape bracelet and they can be sticking things that way. It's just fun when you have like an interactive piece, if you have the time to prep it, but you know, if you don't,
This could be out of an Amazon box.
I love this.
So buy yourself something.
So cute.
Make a craft. If I can do it, anyone can.
Anyone can
Love
do
this.
it.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Adorable. You can find more projects like this on Kaitlyn's blog, Art with Mrs. E. We're going to have a link on our website, kdk.com/talkpittsburgh.